This is the Guide London A to Z. I'm Sarah Wood, a London Blue Badge tourist guide, looking at the letter X. We often use the expression X marks a spot, and in London, that spot, the central point in London, is a statue of Charles I on Trafalgar Square. It's from this spot that all distances to London are measured. There's a tradition that the low numbers on any street in London should be at the end of the street that is closest to the statue. Charles I was executed for treason on the 30th of January 1649. Every year, on the anniversary, members of the Charles I Society in 17th century costume lay flowers at the statue. Put it in your diary and come and see for yourself. X is for Xerxes. On the 15th of April, 1738, the German composer Handel left his house at 25 Brook Street in Mayfair to attend the premiere of his new opera Xerxes. It was a disaster and ran for only 5 performances and wasn't heard of again for 200 years. Today, it's Handel's most popular opera. His house, where most of his works were composed, is now open to the public and is one of the most atmospheric places to visit in London. His house was also home to another famous but very different musician whose name ends in an X, Jimi Hendrix. He lived here from 1968 until his death the following year, and he called it the first real home of my own. The shape of the letter X is called a cruciform, and in London we have an X-shaped building. The Cruciform building was designed by the architect Alfred Waterhouse and opened as the new University College Hospital in 1906. The X shape allowed for plenty of fresh air and sunlight for patients and easy access for nurses. During the Second World War, the writer Agatha Christie volunteered here as a pharmacist, and she put her knowledge of poisons to good use. Today, the building houses the Wolfson Institute of Medical Research. The word Christmas is often abbreviated to Xmas. Early Christians often used the Chi Rho symbol to represent Christ. You can see that symbol here behind the head of Christ on the Hinton St Mary pavement in the British Museum. It looks like an X and a P intertwined. You can explore early Christianity in the Roman British galleries at the museum. Christmas is a magical time of year in London. London is often called the shopping capital of the world, and at Christmas time, the West End of London is at its best, attracting big crowds with its amazing festive lights and creative window displays. At the heart of the Christmas lights each year is Oxford Circus, the intersection of our 2 biggest shopping streets, Oxford Street and Regent Street. The new X-shaped pedestrian crossing here is said to be used by an amazing 90 million people a year. These are just some of the tourist attractions you can find in London which begin with the letter X. My name is Sarah Wood. Check out my profile at our website, guidelondon.org.uk. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us as we explore the A to Z of Guide London.